Remember, August 23rd, Władysław Bartoszewski. This short documentary film produced in order to commemorate the European Day of Remembrance for victims of totalitarian regimes proclaimed by the European Parliament in 2008 presents a Polish politician, social activist, journalist, writer and Auschwitz concentration camp survivor Władysław Bartoszewski. The documentary is composed of mostly black and white photographs of the protagonist and the scenes he witnessed. The documentary starts with a zoomed-in portrait photograph of young Władysław Bartoszewski. This first photograph is a part of a set of 3 pictures of prisoners taken at admission to the Auschwitz concentration camp. The prisoner is shown in 3 body positions, en face, with the head slightly turned and in profile. At the bottom left corner of the profile picture there is an inscription, Pole, and the prisoner's number 4427. The portrait photographs are followed by pictures of war destruction and scenes from the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. Then the scenery changes. Several young soldiers with rifles in outfits characteristic for the Warsaw Uprising walk along a street in Warsaw. The following photographs depict the city of Warsaw dramatically destroyed after the August 1944 uprising. It is completely changed into a sea of ruins. The following part of the film shows Władysław Bartoszewski after World War II. Firstly, he poses as a young intellectual wearing huge glasses. Afterwards, he appears as a mature activist and politician participating in important events, during a meeting with the German Chancellor Helmut Kohl, during a celebration of an anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, and with a Warsaw Uprising female veteran soldier. The film ends with 3 black screens with white inscriptions in the middle. The inscription on the first of them reads, "Remember him." The following screen shows Władysław Bartoszewski, 1922–2015. The last black screen in the upper part reads, August 23rd, European Day of Remembrance for victims of totalitarian regimes. The organizers are presented below: European Network Remembrance and Solidarity and Instytutul pentru Studiul Totalitarismului, co-funded by the European Union. In the bottom of the screen, funded by Ministry of Culture and National Heritage of the Republic of Poland, Federal Government Commissioner of Culture and Media, Ministry of Human Capacities, Ministerstwo Kultury Slovenskiej Republiki, Ministry of Culture and National Identity.
I'm made of harsh experiences and observations, with a total of 8 hard years in Nazi and communist prisons and camps. The suffering of others, of which I was often a helpless witness in my youth, the destruction of my nation's elite, and the mass murder of Jews, unparalleled in its multidimensional cruelty, stimulated us to resist evil regardless of the odds. I was lucky to be a part of a movement that saved people living under the threat of a cruel death. The experiences of those terrible years of concentration camps, torture and gas chambers set the direction of my life, standing against hatred, against discrimination of people based on any grounds, be it race, class, nationality or religion, as well as against intellectual crimes that perpetuate historical lies and lack of tolerance towards people who think differently. Władysław Bartoszewski was a writer and a statesman, deeply in love with his native Poland. A victim of both German Nazism and Russian communism, he dedicated his life to dialogue. He believed that the only way to overcome our trauma is to talk about it. Suppressing it fuels emotions that only cause us more pain. In the case of the Poles and the Germans, neighbors for 1,000 years, it meant encouraging those still willing to communicate to do so, despite highly politically charged emotions on both sides. His words and work inspire us to look beyond the contemporary, always in search of the deepest values and feelings that bring the best out of us, those that keep us human. Remember him.